国消费技术协会总裁兼首席执行官盖瑞·萨佩罗先生。Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Gary Shapiro, President and CEO, Consumer Technology Association.
Good afternoon, and welcome to CES Asia, our third edition 3.0. If you've toured the show floor, you've seen how exciting and wonderful it is. The promise of innovation is with us. And now, I am so happy to introduce to you our afternoon keynoter. He is a great leader from the tech powerhouse, Microsoft. Peter Han is the Vice President leading the Partner Devices and Solutions team at Microsoft. He has been with Microsoft since 2003. Prior to his current role, he led Microsoft's worldwide OEM marketing team, responsible for sales and marketing of Windows, Office, Server, and Windows Phone across retailer, operator, educational, and commercial channels. Prior to joining Microsoft, Peter worked in strategy consulting and startups, and he wrote a book called Nobodies to Somebodies. He also produced 2 documentary movies. He graduated magna cum laude from Harvard University with a degree in government. It is my pleasure to bring to the stage for the first time at CES Asia, Peter Han.
Good afternoon. It's great to be here. Obviously, Microsoft has supported CES for many years across different locations. We've been a keynoter in Las Vegas over the decades, but this is our first time debuting at the Shanghai location, and we're really excited to be here. As you heard, my name is Peter Han. I lead Partner Devices and Solutions for Microsoft, which means that I work with our hardware partners, OEMs and ODMs, many of whom are actually headquartered here in Asia and in the greater China region, to build devices and services, building stuff that consumers and people just love. And the pieces that include, we incubate new technologies, we invest marketing funds, we do technical design, we manufacture with the supply chain, we price, license, and package. In short, we do all the functions of building delightful experiences that light up the consumer world. So it's great to be here at CES Asia. And what I'm going to do today, in the next hour with my colleague Rodney Clark, our Vice President of IoT, is talk you through 5 new technology areas where Microsoft is going to be making big investments in the consumer arena in the coming year. The 5 areas are first, modern devices, gaming, Windows mixed reality, Cortana and intelligent assistants, and finally the Internet of Things, or IoT. So those 5 areas will animate our presentation, and I'll start by just noting that we'll launch into a year that's building on an amazing year already. You know, we're just halfway through calendar 2017, but already we can see that we've shipped nearly 250 million Windows devices, Windows PC equivalents, PCs, tablets, and the like, in the last year. And those 250 million devices, new devices, join an installed base of over 500 million active Windows 10 devices that we see every single month being used actively. That's really exciting. We're also seeing momentum in the Windows ecosystem with over 19% year-over-year growth in premium designs. So when you think about that market share of those high-end consumer experiences, we see it shifting in preference towards Windows and Microsoft. We're also seeing, speaking of Cortana and intelligent assistants, over 145 million monthly users actively engaging our voice service and asking queries of Cortana. And we'll be talking about the ways that lights up on the PC as well as other hardware form factors in today's presentation. And then finally, in terms of momentum, we're seeing a 5x year-over-year increase in gaming devices. Certainly at CES, it's really exciting to see the huge range of the way gaming devices and experiences are being lit up, and we'll talk about some of those today as well. In addition to all the momentum this year, I think it's important to think about Microsoft's worldview. Our CEO, Satya Nadella, has talked about our approach to the technology ecosystem in terms of cloud first and mobile first. And while that certainly is true, we're also starting to evolve. And so now we're starting to talk about the concept of an intelligent edge connecting into an intelligent cloud. So when you think about an intelligent edge, you think about all the rich experiences of sensors and actuators out on the fringe of an ecosystem, picking up intelligence, multi-device, multi-input world. And in the consumer space, that includes PCs, of course, it includes phones. It also includes TVs, cars, other appliances in the home. There are a whole variety of ways where we are engaging that rich edge, in turn feeding up into the intelligent cloud. And of course, with our Azure cloud service, we have a lot to say about machine learning, analytics, and big data, and some of the things that we're enabling our hardware partners to do. So from intelligent edge to intelligent cloud, we have an evolving worldview. We're really excited to talk to you about that today here at CES Asia. But I'm going to start by going to the first of the 5 technology categories I mentioned, modern devices, the best manifestation of intelligent edge, the richest manifestation of the edge. What I'll do is talk you through first the modern devices. Our approach to selling modern devices after we build them with our OEM and ODM partners is to curate collections. When we talk about 245 million new Windows devices selling through every year, that comes from about 400 different SKUs, 400 different products that our hardware partners make. Windows has always been the Big Tent ecosystem. We're open and welcoming to all kinds of different partners who create all kinds of devices for the huge range and diversity of consumers out in the world. But from those 400 devices, we curate the best and the brightest, some of the real hero experiences that really light up hardware and software, and make sure that end consumers know about them. And of course, end retailers, the kind who come to this show, know about them. And so what you see here is that we have collections for every segment and every price point. The Windows Premium Collection are our top 6 premium devices, the ones that have won 5 points of market share in the 800 plus PC space over the last year. And those 6 premium PCs, we rotate them seasonally, and so that they showcase the very best and brightest of the consumer experience. We'll continue to support that with special retailer incentive funds that pull through our OEM devices. The second device collection is the modern mainstream. And these are devices between $300 and $800 US in end selling price. And modern mainstream will be our single biggest year-over-year increase in funding in the coming year. And so when our partners and our customers wonder where Microsoft is putting its focus, of course, we will continue to focus on premium, but we will also increase our dollars from $300 to $800 to make sure that Windows magic, the kind of hero features like Touch, Hello, Cortana, Pen and Ink, that Windows magic comes down to the middle of the market from $300 to $800. We also have an entry collection where we showcase devices in the opening price point below $300 because we are the Big Tent ecosystem and we believe there are great devices and experiences also for opening price point consumers. In addition to all the consumer collections, we have Windows Pro collection, which are the best devices for SMBs, small and medium businesses and enterprises. And we will make sure that our channel partners in the commercial space, distributors like CDW, Tech Data, Ingram Micro, Cinex, many of whom have operations globally as well as here in Asia, have similar incentive funds to pull through great Windows computing devices. And then finally, as we think about our core PC business and also expanding into new frontiers of voice, vision, and thought. So moving from that core PC experience that many people have known and trusted for decades with Microsoft and Windows, and we expand into voice with Cortana, vision with Windows Mixed Reality, and thought with smart meeting devices and the Internet of Things. We are also going to curate 2 collections that I'm happy to talk about today. The gaming collection, where we talk about top Windows gaming PC experiences that combine the best of Windows and Xbox gaming. And Windows Mixed Reality headset collection, where the head-mounted displays that run Windows Mixed Reality and have been making a lot of waves in the press and with retailers recently, also get showcased with the best and the brightest, have special channel funds that pull them through, and complete our holiday experience. So as we look forward to this coming year, we're really excited about these modern devices, these collections. I'm going to start by just showing you a few of those and then walking through some of those other areas of voice, vision, and thought before Rodney joins us and talks about the Internet of Things. So let's get started with some of these modern devices. I'm going to walk through different customer segments, consumer, commercial, education, before we move on to gaming. The first device that I'm going to talk about is the ASUS ZenBook Flip S. This was just announced last week, and it's ASUS's thinnest and lightest 2-in-1. It's loaded with Windows hero features, the kinds of, when I talk about Windows magic, things like Touch, Cortana, pen and ink, hello. All the things that really differentiate the modern computing experience from the historical one are really lit up by this great design from Johnny Shi and the team at ASUS. So really exciting to see this product out in the market coming to holiday this year. The second device is the Samsung Notebook 9 Pro. I had the privilege of showing this publicly last week for the first time. As you can see, it's another one of these great slim devices, just over ½ an inch thick. As you can see here on the camera with a close-up. One of the key differentiators of this product is the revolutionary S Pen. It comes in this built-in garage that you saw me just slide out of. It's got really low latency, one of the best pen experiences I've seen, and I've tried them all across those 400 different devices. And it launches Windows Ink Workplace as it's pulled out of the garage. So when you've got that creator, that illustrator, that information worker who wants that great pen experience, really bringing true ink capabilities to your computing form factor, Samsung's really perfected it. And of course, they've done it with a brilliant touch screen as well. So really nice innovation from those two partners. The third device I'll show is the Huawei MateBook X. Now this one was actually launched this morning with the help of our corporate vice president who leads our China business, Alain Crozier. So we were really excited to partner with Huawei in the press and launching the Huawei MateBook X. As some of you may know, Huawei joined the Windows family just a couple of years ago when they launched a 2-in-1, the first foray from moving from the Android mobile world into the Windows world. And we were really excited to launch that 2-in-1 several years ago. The MateBook X is the first full clamshell notebook. Super lightweight, ultra thin, and actually under ½ an inch thick, so you can see this. And one of my favorite features of this particular device is the way that Huawei's engineers created an integrated fingerprint sensor on the power button. So if you look right here, as you push the button to turn the computer on, it reads your fingerprint, and it has integrated biometrics that it can authenticate you and substitute your password. So it's a great implementation of Windows Hello. You can also go with facial recognition or with fingerprint recognition to get that immediate login. Really clever engineering from Huawei. The fourth and final consumer device that I'll talk about here is the EveTech V. It's a 2-in-1. I'm just being a little ginger, I accidentally dropped the pen here. I'll just put the pen back. But the EveTech has a really cool story behind it. It's the world's first crowd-funded and crowd-sourced 2-in-1 device. And what I mean by that is, I actually spent some time last week with the CEO, Konstantin, and his very young crew from Finland. They have been building Windows tablets for several years. They're an entrepreneurial bunch, and they started in that small screen tablet space, and they started having dialogue with some of their customers. What actually started as a WhatsApp thread, if you can believe it or not, they started taking some feedback on what their customers wanted to see in Windows devices. That initial WhatsApp thread between Konstantin and his customers turned into 65,000 pieces of feedback via WhatsApp and then a community message board that EveTech team set up. From those 65,000 pieces of feedback, they heard what kinds of things people actually wanted. So it was crowdsourced and then in turn crowdfunded as they created this device. So some interesting features. First, instead of a backspace button, if we can get it, you can see they have an oops button. Instead of the letter V key, they've got this sort of EveTech logo. If you hit the function V key, and I don't know if it'll show up in the camera, I'll try to do it, you can probably see a little bit, it changes the backlighting on the keyboard from green to purple, to red, to blue. So some really cute features there. And then of course, they've got other standard high horsepower features like the integrated keyboard, the 2-in-1 kickstand, the pen that I dropped earlier. So a really nice package from EveTech, really innovative, and we're really excited to see Konstantin and his very young team experience great success in the Windows ecosystem. So that just gives you a small flavor of some of our hero designs in the consumer category. The second category I'm going to talk about is commercial PCs. Many of our partners in the ecosystem are pushing very, very strongly for growth. And IDC, one of the main market research firms, showed a few weeks ago that the PC category has been growing year over year in the spring quarter. So we're really excited to push that growth and bring it to every price point, every segment, every geography around the world. Commercial PCs used by SMBs and enterprises around the world are leading that growth. Windows 10, we believe, is the best edition of Pro, the most secure edition of Windows ever created. It's got new features like Device Guard, Credential Guard, and TPM 2.0 that really light up that Pro experience. And so we're certainly working with all of our OEM and ODM partners to make sure that consumer innovation is paired with commercial innovation. A couple of devices that I want to show to highlight that. First is the Lenovo V720. Now this is a real powerhouse device. It weighs less than 3 pounds. It gets up to 10 hours of battery life. And one of the best features about it is that it doesn't even come with a premium price. Despite having that security, that performance, that super slim form factor, it only costs $5.99. So really affordable price for those commercial customers, and really great to see Christian Tiesmann and his engineering team at Lenovo put this device in the market. The second commercial device I'll show is the Toshiba Portage X20. Now this is a business class laptop, super elegant and sleek. You know, I wish I could somehow demo this, but it's extremely light, really easy to pick up. One of the unique features of this is the fact that it's got audio multi-directional pickup on Cortana. So what that means is, when you talk to the PC, when we use the Cortana voice service, the intelligent assistant with this Toshiba, it's able to filter out noise from different angles and directions. It's specially tuned for that. And so if you're on a conference call as a commercial, as a business worker, on the conference call, you might have a lot of different voices in the room. And the Cortana mic is specially tuned using multi-directional arrays to sort ambient noise and voices that are less important in the conversation to the voices that are speaking that are more important for workers to do their jobs better. So really cool innovation from the Toshiba team. In addition to that, it's also got the Wacom digitizer, which provides a great inking experience. So again, you're just seeing ink and pen really showing up in a strong way with Windows laptops. And the third and final commercial device I'll show today is the Panasonic Toughbook CF33. A lot of our business customers around the world know this device very well because it's a 20-year-old form factor. Our friends at Panasonic started a contest since it's his 20th anniversary to see the oldest running Toughbook in existence. And believe it or not, they found a Toughbook that had originally been sold and shipped in 1996, still running today, which was really fun for Sakamoto-san and the team over at Panasonic. But at the same time, of course, they've continued their innovation. With this latest CF33, it's got hot swappable batteries, providing 20 hours of battery life. That's a touch screen that works even if you've got gloves on. So if you're a policeman, a firefighter, a military type, in a military type environment, it has the performance for that ruggedized environment. It's also got G5 Gorilla Glass, so super performant. As you can see, the ruggedized casing. I'm going to give it a try. You can see just how well it performs in a drop test. Of course, I could have done it much more colorfully, but I won't spike it like a football. You can see that it's still running with no problem, and it really shows that ruggedization promise of the Windows commercial platform. And of course, it's not just about what we do at home or in the office, but also in schools. Education is a huge focus for Microsoft, and I think we've made that very clear with our OEM and ODM partners. Lots of consumers are, of course, students as well. They're either parents or students themselves. And we want to make clear that Windows is the global leader in K through 12. We outsell the nearest competitor by 2x, we're twice as big as the nearest competitor, but we certainly take our competition in this space very seriously. We want to serve today's learners to become tomorrow's creators. Towards that end, a few weeks ago, we announced our new solution stack for education devices in the coming year. It starts, of course, with Windows 10 Pro. There's a management solution for Windows Intune for classroom administrators or IT admins at schools to manage devices. It also comes with Office 365 for productivity and Minecraft for education for students for 1 year free with all students who use K-12 devices. And so, like Minecraft, a really fun way to combine playing and learning. We're going to be bringing that out to the students in over 100 countries who are already playing. We're really excited about that solution stack, that set of software that will light up great experiences for the students who are tomorrow's consumers. And so, of course, we're going to pair these different software pieces with great devices from our partners. So, Acer TravelMate Spin B1. Now, this is a device that has a lot of great features to recommend. First of all, it's got the 360 hinge. So you can see that it goes all the way around. It's got the fully convertible form factor. It's only $299. So value price for students in schools. I don't know about you all, but I've got 3 kids who are 10, 8, and 4. They're pretty rough with their devices. This Acer TravelMate also has a rubberized band on the side to help shock absorption. It's also, this is super innovative, it's got a water drainage system, a couple of ports on the side that help push all the water that might spill on the keyboard from those overeager students to the side. It can absorb up to 330 milliliters. So again, my 10, 8, and 4-year-olds are all pretty prone to spilling. And just like you saw the Panasonic take the drop, you can see this Acer TravelMate takes the water with no problem, and it keeps performing. if you can see the screen, it's still completely operational, and I can do a big assignment on it, like any student if I wanted to. So really exciting innovation from Acer. And the second and final education device I'll show is the Fujitsu Lifebook P727. This is for slightly older students than the Acer device you just saw. It's got ink with a built-in stylus, so similar to some of the earlier PCs you saw for writing on the PC. Really good innovation here. It also has a fingerprint reader for no passwords to, again, a great implementation of Windows Hello. And in particular, I think it's good for older students. So as you have that transitional age from elementary school, maybe into middle school or high school, this Fujitsu is a great device. So, of course, it's not just about what kids do at school. Many kids, like mine, those 3 kids that are waiting back in the States, they're really playful too. They really want to come home and they do their learning at school, but when they come home, they want to do all kinds of things around play. And that takes us to gaming, our next big computing category. So Microsoft's vision in gaming, which we've started to share in different forms, and we're very happy to bring here to CES Asia. Microsoft's vision is to provide the best Windows experience ever for gaming. You can play whatever games you want, on whatever devices you want, with whomever you want. And what that means is we want to create an Xbox services ecosystem that spans hardware form factors. There are great experiences today available on the Xbox console, and we will share more about our next-gen Xbox console, Scorpio, soon. But what's more important is that we are also going to be enabling great playing experiences on that Xbox console on Windows 10 PCs as well. So we have a new protocol called Xbox Play Anywhere. We've released 6 titles in this genre, and so when you think about Xbox titles like Gears of War 4, Halo Wars 2, or Forza Horizon 3, things that previously required the horsepower of that console, with the great design and work of our OEMs, you can now play those exact same games, often with the controllers and accessories of Xbox on your Windows 10 PC. So when you think about that vision of playing whatever you want, wherever you want, on whatever device you want, and crossing over the Xbox ecosystem from console to PC, we're really seeing concrete steps being made for consumers this holiday. So I'm a little bit, I'm going to have to come over a little bit. That will come to life in devices like this Asus Republic of Gaming Zephyrus. Now this is your classic gaming rig refreshed in a very new way. It's 4.5 pounds, so it really has the heft of a real gaming rig, yet it's only 2/3 of an inch thick. So again, you can see pretty slim form factor. It's got the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1080 graphics card, so quite a bit of acceleration. No 1060 or 1070 for this bad boy. It's got the 1080. It's also got the aerodynamic exhaust solution, the venting in the back, so when you're playing those super hot games, you can stay cool. Now watch this. You can zero in a little bit. The venting happens on the back panel of the device, and so as the device opens up, as the clamshell goes from closed to open, you can see the vent open up. And the venting is the way that all that excess heat from all that CPU, GPU action on the games escapes, and the PC stays cool enough for the gameplay to continue. So great hardware and software innovation from our partners at Asus. The next gaming device is the Lenovo Y720. The reason I highlight this one is that it starts to deliver on some of the promise I've talked about. Xbox Wireless is a protocol that we've worked with our OEMs to be able to use Xbox accessories like this controller. Some of you may know this controller very well. So again, my 3 kids know it very well. The Xbox controller is historically paired with a console. Well, now it pairs with PCs like the Lenovo Y720. Xbox provides an ecosystem, so that the experience of playing games in that ecosystem, consuming music, video, games through Xbox, it's growing 13% year over year. And we're projecting that over 40% of Xbox Live usage in the coming year will come from beyond the console. So it's growing double digits now, and we think that an increasing proportion of it, nearly half, 40%, will come from outside the console. It's going to come because of great experiences like the Lenovo Y720, which pairs with its controller. So super fun experience there. So I've now talked you through modern devices and gaming. I promised you 5 categories. The third category is an area where hopefully many of you have seen and heard about this, Windows mixed reality. There have been a lot of great virtual reality and augmented reality solutions out in the marketplace. In fact, we've welcomed quite a few partners like Oculus Rift or HTC Vive who pair specifically with Windows 10 PCs. They only work with Windows 10 PCs. And of course, again, Windows being the big 10 ecosystem, we welcome Oculus and Vive into our ecosystem. At the same time, we are also coming out this holiday to consumers with a new set of hardware around Windows mixed reality. 1 year ago, in June of 2016, we issued a call to action to our partners. We invited them to build head-mounted displays, or HMDs, with us using proprietary technology that had previously been only in HoloLens. Many of our partners have responded. And so we're really excited to see so far publicly announced 6 OEMs shown on this slide: ASUS, Dell, Acer, HP, Lenovo, and 3 Glasses, already building HMDs and announcing that they'll come to market this year, this holiday, to consumers around the world. So we're really excited about that work with these HMDs. Compared to other options in the marketplace, we believe that these HMDs, with Windows mixed reality, will provide a disruptively better experience at disruptively lower prices. What does that mean? That means, first of all, in terms of physical weight, the headsets, many of them will be under 350 grams. Secondly, they'll have inside-out tracking. Thirdly, they'll have 6 degrees of freedom. So what all that adds up to is a completely different user experience. Instead of some of the user fatigue or nausea that people might get on some other platforms, the Windows mixed reality promises to be a much more seamless and low fatigue way of engaging with augmented and mixed reality. So we're really excited about that. In terms of disruptively better prices, we've announced that these devices, the HMDs, will start at $299, so substantially below, hundreds of dollars below other options in the marketplace. And finally, in terms of experience, the setup we believe will be seamless. You'll just plug these HMDs into PCs and they'll start working right away. Very exciting to see that progress. So what I'm excited to do today is just share a couple of the HMDs that we started working on with our OEM partners and that we expect to launch this holiday. One here is the Lenovo HMD. Of course, being in Shanghai, we're very excited to share the technology of this partner with a huge business in China. Lenovo's done a great job with amazing technology, very affordable with built-in sensors. You can see it's got the flip-up visor and extra comfort in the padding around the rim. So really nice work by Lenovo. A second HMD that I'll share is from Dell. And you can see Dell's is differentiated through the color, materials, and finish. It's got the white coloring. It's also got the flip-up visor, and one of their differentiators is that they've got replaceable pads. And so as you have that gameplay, as you have that Windows mixed reality experience that starts to wear out, you'll be able to change the pad. So great engineering innovation from Ray Watt and his team at Dell. But of course, at Microsoft, we're not just looking for HMDs alone. These PCs will tether these HMDs will tether to PCs. They will also have controllers. Controllers will complete the Windows mixed reality experience. They are tools for creativity, productivity, and games. And so when you want that precision in your mixed reality environment to do something, to reach out, to point, touch, the controllers will enable that in a much more seamless way. It'll also eliminate the need for any kind of hardware marking. So if you're setting up your mixed reality environment in your living room, your office, or whatnot, you don't have to put any physical markers. The controllers will do that in an automated way for you. And we expect that these controllers will be pairing with HMDs on retail shelves this holiday. So as you can see here on the slide, they're very attractive. They've got the LED lighting, and we're working right now behind the scenes with our OEMs to set up bundles of these controllers with the HMDs and the Windows 10 PCs to create that great holiday package on retail shelves. We're also excited to share the first bundle publicly, which is the Acer bundle for $399. We said that HMDs alone will start at $299. At $399, Acer has pledged publicly to bring out their HMD and their controller bundle at holiday, and we expect other partners to be joining them very shortly. So very exciting innovation to complete that Windows mixed reality hardware experience. Now, just on the PC side, you saw that Windows has that ecosystem approach to consumer and commercial segments. There are PCs for many different uses across the home and the office. We expect the same thing to evolve in the Windows mixed reality space. So while it's consumer first, and a lot of those mixed reality headsets are used for gaming, 360 video, inbox apps, and other consumer experiences first, we also expect commercial experiences to emerge on Windows mixed reality. So Japan Airlines is a good example. They're a company that we've worked with at Microsoft to use mixed reality technology to improve their operations. Repairing jet engines is very hard, complex work. Teaching mechanics to work on an airplane engine takes lots of time and many hours where they often have to crawl inside engines, look at them from awkward angles, often use very thick, heavy training manuals. And of course, when they're doing all that, that jet engine is offline. It's not on the runway, it's not in production. It's costing airlines money to take the engine offline and give their employees a chance to actually work. Mixed reality has changed all of that. It's allowed Japan Airlines to train its mechanics in that mixed reality environment to interact with a virtualized version of the engine and to access all the information they need to do their jobs and to keep their fleet safe. So really exciting extensions of mixed reality, not only in the consumer space, but into the commercial space. So something we will continue to drive from an innovation standpoint over the next few years. So that's the mixed reality category. The fourth category I'm going to talk about is voice with Cortana. Now, obviously this week we had some interesting announcements from other companies in the ecosystem around personal assistants and some of the things they'll offer. Of course, we've got a point of view on that. We think Cortana is the best personal assistant out there, and we think she will be accessible on a variety of Windows and non-Windows devices at a variety of price points, substantially lower than some of what you heard earlier this week. And so one device in which we'll see Cortana is the Harman Kardon Invoke. This is a premium speaker from our partners at Harman Kardon. It's got 7 microphones built in, and it provides full 360-degree sound. A user can use this to call up his or her favorite music, access the calendar with great seamless Outlook integration, do Skype calls when you want to do that conference call or check on a loved one at a distance. All those kinds of experiences of music, calendar, phone are possible through this great device from Harman with a beautiful finish and, of course, that premium Harman Kardon sound. So really excited for the Invoke this holiday. We also have Cortana in other form factors. So this device is a reminder of 145 million users who are accessing Cortana monthly through Windows 10 PCs. This happens to be a Bang & Olufsen all-in-one desktop. It's actually a full desktop PC from HP. You can see very stylish design. It's got the great speakers to provide the sound quality. If you actually turn it over and look at the back, I'm going to try to align this for the camera. You can also see it's got the full array of PC ports, all that functionality and power that Windows users are accustomed to. So whether it's USB, USB Type-C, HDMI, any of the inputs or outputs that really make this a multifunctional device are all possible with the HP Pavilion Wave. Really cool instantiation of Cortana technology. And we're not done with HP. The other thing that we're working on with them is the HP Digital Assistant. So this is a puck form factor. I actually happened to be in a factory of where we were manufacturing this in northern China yesterday, and I saw the early functional prototypes coming off the factory line, and it's looking great. As you can see here on this graphic, it's got a very stylish white design with blue downlighting. And so when you're using the HP Digital Assistant, it'll have a very interesting visual effect that you won't get from other devices. You can use it on a standalone basis, or you can use it paired with a great Windows 10 PC. We're very excited to bring this out to market with our partners at HP very soon. So the HP Digital Assistant is yet another form factor with that Cortana experience. So I'm now talking you through modern devices, gaming, Windows Mixed Reality, Cortana, taking you through core PCs as well as the growth, the amazing growth we're seeing across the ecosystem for consumer innovation in voice and vision. The fifth area that I promised to talk about was the Internet of Things, where we're going to be talking about a whole bunch of different ways that we're going to continue to build stuff that people love. And for that, I'm going to after a short video, I'm going to welcome my colleague, Rodney Clark, our Vice President of IoT at Microsoft. Thank you very much.
We've been there, powering devices for 20 years, making the difficult look easy, and keeping life simple, taking you away and guiding you home, providing care and bringing new life into the world. Opportunity is all around us.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Vice President, IoT Device Experience, Mr. Rodney Clark.
afternoon. It's so great to be here and share the stage with my colleague Peter Hahn. I have the privilege of working in the space that we call the Internet of Things. IoT is indeed everywhere. It's all around us. It's shaping how we make decisions, both personal and in business. It's shaping how we interact, not only with each other, but also with machines. These billions of devices that we hear about in the industry, they are here. They're well on their way. And we're living in this world of multi-devices and billions of devices today. The trillions of dollars that you hear about available to the broader partner ecosystem, it's real opportunity. And it's here for all of us to maximize and take advantage of. At Microsoft, we believe in the opportunity. And we have a very simple view as it relates to IoT. We believe that things generate insights that allow organizations and people to take actions. When there's something as complex as the Internet of Things, we really have to boil it down to these very basic blocks of how we view the opportunity. To dive a little deeper into this new world view of intelligent edge and intelligent cloud, Peter talked about it earlier. But as it relates to IoT, there are some implications here that are important. Devices are indeed and in fact proliferated. And it's no longer about the single device on the edge of a network. It's about the multitude of devices on the edge of a network. I think about my own home. And it used to be a simple PC, that smart, heavy compute device that's a PC. And in the early days, I used that to control a lot of experiences, a lot of new experiences around lighting at the time, maybe piping in music from my server that I had. Well, now I have my TV, which is a computer in and of itself, an IoT device in and of itself. I have my computer. I have my thermostat. All of these heavy compute devices are examples of not just a single device anymore in the consumer space, but multiple devices on the edge of a network, with more compute power both at home as well as distributed on the edge in commercial scenarios. These devices create enormous amounts of data. Turning that data into knowledge is where artificial intelligence comes into play. As we write new applications and develop new techniques to go from the edge into the cloud, new ways to manage resources, to manage the complexity of this distributed computing environment. Serverless compute, and this notion of serverless compute is ever important, right? With that intelligence in the edge and that data and analytics that sit in the cloud, it's creating a scenario around serverless. And so this combination of multi-device, of artificial intelligence, and serverless compute is really driving the essence of our new worldview. And it really has implications of how we think about opportunities in IoT for all of us as consumers and as businesses. You saw in the video that Microsoft has been in this business of embedded operating systems for more than 20 years. We powered everything from X-ray machines and MRIs to point-of-sale displays to modern drones that help farmers manage their crops and understand from sensor data and information where to plant specific crops. We powered ATMs, we powered automobiles. We've been in this business for over 20 years of providing the most secure and connected experience that is Windows. Today, we have versions of Windows that still really focused on that fixed purpose environment. From the smallest headless device with Windows IoT Core all the way up to the heaviest compute device in Windows IoT Enterprise, we're still driving that experience on the edge with a great scenario in Windows. Combined with that now is Azure, the most hyperscale, flexible cloud in the market. Our ability to allow companies to write platforms and build their platforms, to create software extensions to other platforms, to leverage Microsoft software as a service capability, prepackaged services that allow companies to maximize analytic and data capability. And recently announced at our Build conference, Azure IoT Edge, which brings runtime capability to edge devices, be they Windows or Linux devices. Not just heavy compute Intel-based devices, but small devices, smaller than Raspberry Pi, these Cortex-M devices. The ability to manage data and information from device to cloud. Azure brings all of that capability. These two solutions together really help us focus on building the most secure and repeatable solutions from device to cloud with our ecosystem. And I want to spend some time walking through that. Beyond our simple view that I expressed earlier, our goal really is to build these repeatable solutions to help our ecosystem, our OEMs, our ODMs, the set of ISVs and systems integrators who create experiences around the devices, build solutions that get to market sooner. The building blocks are very simple. They're the things. In the Internet of Things, this is the foundation, the thing. We want to have the most secure and connected experience with those things. We want to help partners build great devices, some of which Peter walked through here today, but some of which are in industrial scenarios and hard environments. It's the cloud platforms. You know, how do we take that capability, that experience, and build a set of solutions that help bring that device to life? From a personal standpoint, I'm a cyclist, and I go and ride my bike every weekend, and I have GPS sensors and other data and computers on my bike. When I get home, I go into my own personal cloud to get that information, and that's a solution that Garmin built and the company Strava, so that I can analyze my information in real time. We want to help partners build experiences like that, not only in consumer, but also bridge that same platform development into commercial. It's these high-value workloads. So once we help partners build the most secure and connected things, once we help them get their platforms built on Azure, then it's what type of information are the devices creating and what type of opportunities does it offer for our ecosystem partners. A great example of that is a partner that we have called A-Value. A-Value is a partner that's been around and working with Microsoft since 2001. A-Value is a traditional industrial PC manufacturer, but they saw an opportunity to build not only a great device, but also build a platform and a cloud solution and a set of analytic capability. Now, what Philip and the team did at A-Value is pretty awesome. They said, we want to capitalize on our strength that we've had for years in building industrial PCs, but we think there's a broader set of capability that we can drive when we look at device to cloud to analytics, and we want to create a retail experience with all of our capability. We want to create a connected experience for retail owners and for customers coming in and out of retail scenarios. So the team at A-Value built this amazing point of sale device. It's an Atom-based device that's running Windows. It's touch enabled, so the person and the employee at the retail location can, with ease, manage a transaction, see inventory information. They didn't stop there though. They had a process and built an integrated screen so that the customer on the other side could actually see what was happening, not only just the total, but also get information on there about the product and information. There's a receipt printer here. All of this in one self-contained device. A pretty awesome effort by A-Value, just starting with the device alone. They didn't stop there though. They said, hey, we want an experience that allows our sellers, our retail employees, to be able to gather information about different products. And they created this QR code reader. And originally it was with the thought of providing information for the store employees who may have questions from consumers, but they took it a step further and they offered this as a solution for the consumers in the store to get information through a QR code, even on their mobile phones after scanning, or potentially on this device on the product that they were looking at. To get coupons immediately redeemed and validated through this process and in store, so they didn't have to go into another aisle and talk to another employee about the experience. They had it all right here. They also built a ruggedized device. Now, I'm not going to drop this device It's not quite the Panasonic device that you saw over there, but it's an amazing, amazing ruggedized device that allows the employee, the seller in that retail environment, to be mobile and out talking to employees about the different products and solutions that are available to them. Now, the cool thing about A-Value, again, they built these awesome devices, and they also, again, said, hey, we want to build a solution around this. And so they did exactly that. You see it here. It's their Renity solution that they built. And this is really around helping them manage it, helping stores manage inventory, sales tracking, to get immediate information around targets that have been set for the day, to compare growth, to compare stores. A really great solution and a platform that's built on Azure. Awesome, awesome job by A-Value. Now, they didn't stop there. They said, hey, since we have the point of sale and since we have the solution and capability built, we want to actually drive a set of analytic capability. And so they went one step further and they put a set of sensors and cameras at and a solution that they sell to retailers at the front of the store. The cameras collect demographic information on age and gender. They do age by height, and they make some assessments based on facial recognition of age, and they do gender. Well, that information flows through a set of cognitive services from Azure and allows the retailer to put up information on a digital sign that may be customized based on the age or demographic of that particular customer. So again, Philip and the team at A-Value have really embodied this notion of building a great thing, building an incredible app based on Azure, and developing some analytic capability. Behind the push for A-Value was this notion that 73%, not just in retail, but across all commercial enterprises, 73% of companies surveyed said that they're currently involved and engaged in an IoT scenario. This is pretty staggering. You go back to that $1 trillion opportunity that I talked about. This is the information that validates it. 50% of those companies are looking for new revenue opportunities, new business models, new ways to go to market, and IoT is helping there. 50% of those companies want to maximize efficiency, some gain in value. This is why we've helped not only A-Value, but hundreds of companies take this move and make this push into IoT. Now, building these solutions can be somewhat complex and involved, and to that end, Microsoft has created a set of solution accelerators. We've packaged a set of core services in addition to operating systems that help partners and companies get started building these solutions that go from device to cloud to data and analytics. The solution accelerators are a set of packaged offerings that do everything from show companies how to provision devices that are already in environments with a set of, again, prepackaged services, to a set of Azure AD and Active Directory capability to provide the most secure cloud environment. So all of these services basically accrue to helping partners and customers build the most secure and connected IoT solutions. Across these industries, we've helped a lot of customers in factory and industrial, and I'll just give you a couple of examples. We've helped the company Matza. Matza wanted to build a solution to manage production and automation in some of the most harsh and extreme conditions for factory. They wanted to do that to help automate factory, but they also wanted to do this to help keep the employees and the people that are working in those factories safe. They started with a device. That's the core and jump-in point for our business. Companies that are starting with a device. Gateways that collect information, industrial PCs, and these rich HMI devices that display the information. All these hardened to withstand those harsh environments once they're inside of these factories. They built a solution on Azure to manage information and data in real time that would service dashboards that showed oil pressure, air quality, temperature. And this information, once displayed on the dashboards, would be the indicator for factory process, or be the indicator for whether or not it was safe for a worker to go into there and into that environment. The analytics platform helped them determine when devices were close to failure by triggering alarms when there were anomalies, and the analytics were detecting those anomalies and keeping the environment safe. So great focus from Moxon in building a factory solution. We have another company that we've helped in healthcare, right? Medical dispensing. And the fact that when medicines are manufactured, they go through a process. It's a manufacturing process. There's a part of it that's the medical dispensing, the manufacturing of the medications. And we helped the company take a set of robotic arms with a set of analytic capabilities to make sure that we eliminated waste, so that there would be one more pill that was developed or one more vial of medication that was filled to save another life. We've helped medical companies build platforms that extend from in-hospital to in-home care in terms of wearables, managing vital signs and sending that information back into the hospitals. And so these accelerators that I mentioned earlier really help establish the building blocks for companies to build IoT solutions. I want to talk about one other solution, and that really is a solution from Axiom Technology. This notion of smart energy and power management is something that's very real. For burgeoning cities, this is an opportunity for us to help actually manage power grids, to establish better ways and more efficient ways to power buildings, to power schools in the middle of winter or in the middle of summer. And when you think about these technologies in something like a school, you know, a school is saving energy through solutions and IoT solutions that enable a company to detect, or a school environment, or a city in that case, to detect exactly how much energy is being utilized and how we can save. That's powerful to a school. That's another book for a student. That's another Windows 10S device potentially. Axiom saw all of this capability. They saw this opportunity. And they set out to build a smart energy solution, basically managing power grids. Now, this device is not the flashiest device. It's nowhere near as exciting as a head-mounted display. But in the world of IoT, this device plays a critical role in conserving and distributing energy. Think of solar panel, a field of solar panels that have to be controlled. The information is coming into this device, which is a gateway, and it's collecting information on the operation and the management of all of those solar panels through a number of sensors and nodes and other devices that are connected to this gateway. This is a Windows device that also is leveraging Azure IoT. Azure IoT is what's facilitating that connection between this gateway device and those devices that may not be powerful enough or strong enough to run a Windows operating system, but still have a runtime capability, and through M2M are able to communicate exactly what's happening out on those solar power grids and how much information or energy is being stored and exactly how it's being distributed. This is critically important. The solution around it is a set of dashboard capability that shows the energy creation and the power, and you see a picture of it here. It shows the consumption and exactly how the energy is being collected to help companies better and more efficiently manage the flow of energy, be it on the conservation side or on the distribution side. The analytics platform sends alerts. This is a critical device in an energy management system in collecting and gathering all of the sensor data and information, because it can detect exactly where there might be issues in the overall installation and in the overall set of devices and the cloud solutions and scenarios, and dispatch technicians before a problem even arises. Again, critical role that Axiom played, and AXD was a great solution. So I wanted just to walk you through a couple of those examples of how we are helping enable this broad ecosystem around IoT. On a topic as big and as broad as this, there's so much more that we can talk about, but with our time today, I really wanted to give you a sense for how Microsoft is thinking about the opportunity and how we're enabling our broad partner ecosystem to build and deliver these great solutions. So in wrapping up and closing for today, Peter and I covered these 5 categories. In particular, 5 categories of growth: modern devices, gaming, mixed reality, Cortana, and IoT. Not just IoT from a device perspective, but from a solutions perspective. We're on this journey to build devices and services now and into the future. And it's so rewarding when the devices that we build and the solutions that we build together not only make us more productive and efficient, but help us change the way that people live every single day. So let's keep pushing those new boundaries and let's build together. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.